Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Zaina. In today's video we're gonna give this hutch a makeover. I bought this hutch from garage sale for $20 and let me be honest, it was in rough condition. So the first thing I'm doing is removing all that loose veneer. If you see at the bottom, it got damaged probably from water, but we're gonna fix that. And since my veneer was already peeling very easily, I don't have to use anything on it like a steamer or anything else. It was just peeling off. Lucky me. After I remove the veneer, I'm giving it a light sanding using 80 grit sandpaper. After I was done sanding the sides, now it's time to remove the middle door because I definitely need to use the whole or bottom part. And look at all these roach poop. That was disgusting, guys. Because the piece was so dirty, I had to soak it with bleach. So what I did here, I sprayed the whole bottom and top with bleach, wipe it, then soak it again, and wipe it again. So I did the process 3 times to make sure I don't have a smell or anything like, you know, that kind of stuff. So I made sure that I clean it really well and through all the hardware, and after that I washed it with water and soap just to make sure it's really clean. And you know guys, since I live in Florida, I let it dry in the sun, and you know our sun's really strong, so it was dry really fast. I gave it a light sanding using 180 sandpaper to the whole piece. And this is the piece after it was cleaned. And since I removed the middle door, I'm gonna have to relocate the door latches so I can have them locked or closed easily. And now it's time to give my piece a first coat. I'm using Country Chic paint, the color yellow Wellies. It's one of April colors. The Country Chic paint, usually they have a few colors or 3 colors every month, and this one for April. So all I'm gonna do is give my piece 1 coat, let it dry, then I'm gonna add my other colors. And Luminous is my second color I'm adding to the first one. It's a bit bright, like a sunshine. It is very bright, and it's very easy to blend it with my yellow Wellies, if I'm pronouncing that right. After I'm done, I'm gonna go to the other colors, which I'm gonna use the blue color since the transfer, it has yellow and blue that I'm gonna use. I wanted to add a little bit texture to the side, so I'm using the fiber paste for the stencil. This stencil is actually from 2018, but they have a similar one right now called Coastal Tiles. I'm gonna put a picture of it. It's a bit smaller. It's probably for different designs, but the one I'm using is, I think, is discontinued. Re.design with Prima, they don't do it anymore, but they have something similar and smaller, probably easier to use if smaller. This one was a large size, so I'm just using my putty knife. It's very easy to work with. You don't even have to add adhesive to your stencil. Just put it on your piece and start, you know, spreading the paste and remove it, and look at it, sharp and clean. I definitely do recommend that you clean your stencil right away. I let it dry and now I'm stuck with a piece. And probably I'm gonna do another video and show you guys how I clean my stencils. After I let it dry, of course it's very easy to just use a sander to sand it down. See, I gave my piece only 1 coat. Now for the second coat, I can at least control my colors and see what I can add and what I can kind of paint over the first coat. I'm using two colors by Country Chic Paint for the top right side, which is Midnight Sky and Icicle. Icicle is a bit light color, light blue color, and Midnight Sky, this one, is kind of dark blue, darker than Icicle. That's what I can say. And it's very easy to work with them, and I'm using Country Chic Paint, so probably most of the products either by Re.design with Prima or Country Chic Paint. Just gonna blend my colors, and this is only my first coat. So if you notice, the top right side is gonna be blue and the left side is gonna be yellow. So if you notice the edges, they're not perfect, and I did that on purpose because of the transfer. I'm going to show you the transfer in a minute, and you will see the transfer kind of distressed. But before the transfer, let me show you what I did to the top part. The problem with this piece, the top was particle board, and to be honest, I don't really like to work with particle board. All my pieces are solid wood, but I like the Hutch, and I'm going to use it for my personal use in my space. Anyway, so I'm gonna give it first. I'm using Road Trip. Road Trip is very light beige or light brown color. That's as a first coat. So this is the top after I was done. You can see the coverage wasn't really good. It's only one, and you can see the brush strokes everywhere. Now I'm adding leather bond. It's very dark brown, which exactly what I wanted, because with that tool I wanted to create wood grain on the top. So all I had to do is, after applying my second coat, just go through it. So if you notice the left line, it's not very clear because I didn't press it hard. So if you press hard, you will get the exact grain that you're looking for probably. But for me, I was looking for distressed top just to create that wood grain, because the top was kind of in rough condition as you saw the piece. But since I'm gonna use this piece in my workshop, I wanted to use something really strong and can protect the top, because I'm gonna really use it, like do some projects on it. And of course I'm gonna have a lot of different materials on top, like something for water base, something for oil base or wax or epoxy or whatever, resin, a lot of different things. Anyway, after I'm done with this, oopsie, I took a little bit right. But as I said, it's okay. I like the style, like you can go over it. Let's just pretend it's kind of used wood on top. Oh guys, I forgot to let you know that I changed my mind after the piece was done, and I wanted to add a bit more bright yellow because of the transfer. And sometimes you want to try different colors on your piece, and you will be like, oh, I messed it up. So I did kind of some experiment on one of the drawers, which is on the right. I added blue and I didn't like it, so I'm just gonna paint over that with a bright yellow, and then I'm gonna add my transfer. So for the transfer, I'm going to use Casa Tiles. It's actually one of the new transfers that Re.design Prima has. It comes in 3 sheets. It has small transfers, but you can definitely use them on big. I was looking for a distressed look because of this. If you notice, the transfer has a bit of brown colors on the edge. That consider like as a distressed one, like some chips and cracks small cracks on it, which I love it. Look at that. All these small things, believe it or not, they can add character to your piece. I like sometimes to press on the transfer after I apply it with my hands or a rug or a cotton, anything just to get rid of any bubbles, because once you apply your top coat it's gonna kind of harden. For the Hutch bottom, I didn't want to scratch the top. I just added some pads. And for the top, I'm gonna just skewer the bottom and make sure none of my epoxy will drip on it. Then I'm gonna do my mix and apply it. This of course will take 24 hours to dry. So after I did my first coat, I let it dry for 24 hours. Then I'm gonna do my second coat. But of course, I'm gonna do some sanding in between the coats. For this one, the first coat, I did it with the chip brush. It was kind of easy to level things down, but yet I noticed a lot of mistakes. Not a mistakes, but uneven top or results. So probably I should have added more or used a roller. But I learned from the first one. Of course, that's my first time using epoxy on a piece, and I actually didn't watch any video. I just read the instructions and apply it. I like to learn things the hard way. That's a problem. And I thought it's gonna level, kind of self-level. It did a bit, but not as I was expecting it. So, well, we learn from our mistakes, right? Oh yeah, I used the heat gun to kind of get rid of any bubbles on the top. After it was dry for 24 hours, I wanted to sand it smoothly or get rid of imperfections on the top. As you can see, those probably from the bubbles or the uneven top or the layer I put. I don't know why exactly or what caused that, but anyway, I had to sand all that down and reapply a second coat just to have a smooth finish. And after I was done sanding, it's time to clean it. First I used cleaner, then I'm gonna use water, then I'm gonna apply my second epoxy coat. And of course I'm gonna wait another 24 hours for it to dry, then I'm gonna sand it again. Yep, it was a bit longer process. So as you see, I'm holding my roller that I should have used the first time. So for this second coat, I'm using the roller, which is, I think it's a sponge roller. Yeah, that's what it is. It was easy to work with and spread everything around. And this is the results. And before, like, this is right after I was done with the roller, so it's not even leveled yet. And of course, as I said, I'm gonna sand that a little bit to have a smooth finish, but I'm gonna add something else. Sorry guys, I had to leave my workshop door open because it actually smells really strong. And of course, I used my heat gun to get rid of any bubbles. So after it was dry, I'm using 320 grit sandpaper. It's kind of fine sandpaper, but I'm not gonna not gonna use it as a dry sandpaper. No, I'm gonna spray a mist water so I can have wet sanding. Wet sanding, it will leave your top really smooth. It will smooth it out. It will make it very, very, very smooth and nice. I think I mentioned smooth 4 times. After I was done, I'm gonna clean the top and look all my babies around me. I live on a small farm, so sometimes the animals that I have likes to hang out around me. After it was dry, I finished the top with water-based polyurethane. Yes, water-based, not an oil-based. Absolutely, you can add water-based to your epoxy, but they do recommend that you use oil-based, but it's fine if you're adding a water-based. This is the piece after it was done. I was very happy with the colors. They're so bright and kind of joyful, and especially in the spring season, they're perfect for my workshop. Look at it. I put this in the workshop. I'm gonna put a video how I didn't decorate it, didn't do anything. It's messy, but you guys, I use these products every day. Thank you so much guys for watching.